And we're live. How are you doing? Touch Billy, my guest.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? We're
What's
live.
up, guys? It's your boy Nuke Vital. Just
We're starting Infinity War, the Nerdpad podcast. Originally the plan was to get the entire Nerdpad join us, but due to schedule problem and due to conflicting,
Yeah.
you got us wait for that. Now I know you're thinking, Devin, you were this boy kind of Infinity War. Yes, I did, but here's the no. There was no point on putting Nerdpad join us, but since we have a join us, this is all you got until we have a point. So, Infinity War, the biggest super movie that came out this year. Where do we start?
let's start with the villain, Thanos.
Yeah, especially the beginning. Thanos. Let's start with the beginning first.
He makes Hawk look like a bitch.
So,
Last one. And
all right. So, you want to go first?
yeah, we go first. John?
Oh, I go first. All right. So, the beginning, of course, Infinity War is it came out this year, and it's also the 10th anniversary of Marvel. All right. Anyway, the beginning, we showed the people from Asgard. Thor was being taken out. Even Idris Elba character, I forgot his name. And we see Loki.
I know.
Yeah. So Thanos is, telling, not telling, say that, you know what it's like. You have to feel all of a sudden. Dreaded run from it. Destiny still arrives, and what a hell of an intro of
And
Thanos.
Loki.
Yeah.
Which makes
And
sense.
Loki.
Loki's death have been foreshadowed in the first Avengers, and in my opinion, I think it makes sense for him to die because
I didn't see it coming either. I didn't see it coming.
I saw it coming. Like I knew. I knew that. Those I know when that happened. Right when he stole the Tesseract in Ragnarok. I knew it was gonna happen.
Yep.
I knew it. Right when he stole it. You know it's gonna happen. And especially like I almost okay, so we're speaking about Thanos right now, right? So I mean I don't know
Thanos is the longer awaited character that we get to see him in action. This is what we got. So it started off right for him.
is he the best MCU villain, you think?
He's the best villain up there. I would say he's number one up there.
I think number 2 would be Killmonger.
He's number one.
I think number 1 is Thanos and number 2 is Killmonger.
Yeah. Mine's different. 1 is Thanos. 2nd is Winter Soldier. 3 is Killmonger.
So Winter Soldier Winter was more like more of an anti-hero.
Yeah, so he doesn't count, but like Killmonger wanted to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Killmonger actually was cool. I like Killmonger. He's a very all-about parent villain, and yeah, you love him. I know Nick the Claw, but Thanos, holy shit! He was badass. Like damn, like the way he executed his plan actually very interesting. Because here's the thing. For those who don't know, Thanos actually they've been going and actually thinking on a storm they do actually upstairs. Is that we're talking about like follow Mr. Death. Because Mr. Death, love begin like I do everything for you, Mr. Death. I love you. Like, I give you all these things for you. I make me love you. But in this version, this plan is a lot more complex. But that's pretty good. No man.
And especially when the Hawk comes out trying to beat the hell out of Thanos, but nah.
Well, actually, fun fact, right then I think Thanos is the same power as Hawk. The only reason Thanos won is because Thanos is more combat skilled. Thanos is training, at that time, Thanos and Hawk, I think, were evenly matched. I think what happened was that Thanos had more training. And Hawk just smashes. He doesn't, think. He doesn't have really good comp. So, it's pretty much like putting, a black belt MMA champion fighter against, a.
You know what? You know what? He's like the Marvel version of Brock Lesnar. To be honest.
No, because he doesn't only show up 2 movies and get like $50 billion for 2 shows. Fucking what a ripoff.
Yeah. Oh,
Hey,
John
John.
Avenger. Hey, John.
Johnny boy, what's up, Johnny?
What's up, dude?
Sweep the leg, Johnny. Sweep the leg.
Oh, John, yeah. No.
Yo, I don't think he can hear. Oh, you can hear this?
Yeah, you just can like.
I'm gonna get a drink, guys.
Oh,
I'll
there
be
you
back.
go.
Peter is at the control thing.
So, John, you just joined us. We were talking about Thanos first, the introduction of Infinity War.
Yep.
Come on.
So, I might as well go ahead and talk about Thanos. Thanos had like the super strength skills of beating Hulk down. No joke, no lie. He's like the Marvel version of Brock Lesnar, to be honest with you all. And the beginning begins so dark. The opening was so dark, especially when Loki, trying to save Thor from this situation and got himself killed for it. And I would say it's pretty much sad. I mean, I didn't expect to see Loki get killed in the beginning.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, and Thanos is like, tries resurrecting from that.
Done.
Yeah.
Crap. I think John went first.
Or we just can't hear him,
Oh.
probably. But yeah, as soon as Loki's killed, Thanos is like, try resurrecting from that. It's like, well,
No. You said no resurrection this time.
well, close enough. But it's like, that makes kind of sense because every time we thought Loki was dead, he just came back. So yeah, there's no resurrection this time.
Yeah, just like the Dark World.
Yep.
I mean, well, look
yeah.
like he's not going to be coming back in this one this time.
It makes sense.
Well, because in the first Thor, he dropped off the ice, the Bifrost, yet seemed to return in the Avengers. Then in the Dark World, he sacrificed himself to save Thor and Jane, and then he came back in Ragnarok.
Yeah.
And now, he's dead for good now, I think.
Yep.
Dead for good.
I'm fine with it, by the way. Because, listen, how many times can you tell to his story? Answer, you can't, because there's only one destination left, because you can't kill off again. You can't bring him back this time, because, well, I think he's dead permanent.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy did it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a trickster god. Yeah. In fact, his story needs to end, so his story makes sense for an end.
Yeah. Story in for Loki, unfortunately. Man. That was pretty much messed up, though. So, all right, so.
John, yeah?
When do you want to discuss the
great.
fate of the unknowns?
Oh, yeah.
Because there's one that I know is going to break your heart.
Oh, you got sick.
No. Betty Ross is dead.
Wait, what? When did that happen?
What?
One of the directors have said that.
Damn it! When the hell did that happen?
Betty Ross is dead.
Valkyrie's still alive though. The director.
She got out on a skateboard. But yeah, Betty Ross.
Hey, John.
The finger snap. So yes, sure. Let's keep Ross around,
Yes.
but kill his daughter. Oh yeah, that's a great fucking idea.
Hey, John.
Yeah. So.
Oh yes, Marvel. That's a great fucking idea. Let's keep around the guy who created the fucking abomination.
Yeah.
How about the one that made everybody cry, Spider-Man?
Wait, I think my on.
Wait, John, can you hear us?
Yeah, seeing Spidey go, that hurt.
He was, and the way he did it, he was like, Mr.
Go. He's got a movie.
He's like, Mr. Stark, I don't want to go.
Yeah.
I don't want to go.
He's basically
I'm sorry.
crying for life.
Yeah, that was depressing.
Well, I mean, you want to know why he knew something was happening? Because he has spider sense, so he felt it in his body.
Yep.
Yeah. Like I'm very, very sad to see him die. Like I didn't expect him to die. Like the last person that he was left.
Here's the thing: is I expected the original Avengers to go. I didn't expect any new characters to go. Because the thing was, like, we had Homecoming in the development. We had obviously a Doctor Strange in development. So pretty much anybody who had a movie in development, I wasn't expecting to go.
Yeah, me either. I mean, we got a sequel
that's
of
what
Spider-Man
Avengers
Homecoming.
4 is. That's what Avengers 4 is for. That's what the Avengers is for. The next Avengers movie.
Yeah.
They're gonna go. They're gonna go back to the. I bet you money they're gonna travel back in time to the original Avengers movie. That time period. I bet you money they're gonna go back.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you.
If they did not go back in the next movie to that time period, I will buy each of you guys a movie. If they did not go back in time.
Okay.
Don't tell me that war. I mean, that's not gonna happen because.
Debbie, do you mind if I make one small stab at a different?
You gotta admit.
Debbie, do you mind if I make a stab at a certain little movie?
Yeah.
This, Ryan Johnson, is how you subvert expectations, you son of a bitch. Thank you, I've spoken.
Damn.
Yeah.
Who was the most unexpected death for you guys, you think?
I think that was my dad.
Okay, listen. You gotta hear me out for this one. Okay, Spider-Man was first, but we discussed about this. The most saddest death in Infinity War has got to be Gamora.
Yeah, I had no idea she was gonna go.
Yeah, and kind of too.
Yeah,
I mean, you spent 2 movies of Peter Quill and Gamora building a relationship,
and then he's finally together, and then bye. It's like, whoa, what the fuck?
And then she had to sacrifice herself.
And then they killed him. Then they killed the invisible. Then they killed the Invisible Man.
Invisible Man? Who?
Mm.
You know Drax, the Invisible Man? Drax?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was funny. Yeah. The guy with Thor, with X-Ray. Oh, yeah, John.
Thor is my favorite character on Avengers Infinity War. He's the most badass ever.
Okay.
Who is? What's up,
yeah.
guys?
We'll talk about Drax.
Yeah. Drax, he was really good in the film. I know he's not the biggest part of the film, but he's still in it though.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my Guardian shirt.
I think we should almost have everybody in here. We should each go down and say our favorite character and why.
Thanos is I gotta say Thanos is the real deal. He doesn't fucks around, doesn't take shit from nobody. He's definitely number 1 for the badass villain. Definitely number 1.
No, I'm saying favorite character of the movie.
Oh, my favorite character?
The Avengers?
That's tough.
Of course, I love Iron Man as my favorite. He's always been my favorite.
No, I'm talking about Infinity War. In Infinity War.
Yeah, he's in the movie a lot, guys.
Yeah.
He's the reason I even have, I'm a Marvelite now.
Yeah. And he's kind of more mature now, I think.
Yeah. I was Spider-Man is the best for me. Spider-Man.
It's hard,
especially.
There's so many of them.
Guys, let John speak because John.
Yeah. Why don't we do that? John, go ahead.
Well, yeah, because like I said, the way that he put his suit in this movie, like it's a hoodie, and then he like presses it, and he has all these crazy gadgets. I'm like, yeah, they kept his.
I like how Pepper acknowledges that. It's like, you don't need that anymore. You already had the surgery to get all that out. And that's brought that up. Iron from Iron Man 3 that he had the surgery.
Exactly.
Like, yay, continuity.
Exactly. Unlike another franchise, but we're not going to talk about this. Parker's not here, but anyway.
You missed it.
We're never doing that again. Yeah, this right now, Sean, this movie's going to make more than Solo. I guarantee it. It's already made $1 billion.
Hell yeah.
So it was $1 billion. What?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
In 10 days, it made $1 billion. That's faster than Transformers 3, 4,
and it outbeat
Pirates
Force Awakens
4,
for opening weekend.
The Force Awakens. Well, that made me. That was like, thank you, fans. Never mess with the Marvel fans ever. If Kathleen Kennedy those are good for her, she stay away from Marvel. No way she'll make a better movie than this.
Marvel
no
doing
way
the
she'll
bit.
produce anything better than Kevin Feige. I guarantee. This
yeah.
movie, the first 2 acts of this film,
I gotta say, Marvel's doing the bit.
To me, when this movie started,
and here's the thing:
the audience.
I'm gonna take one more stab at
when
last
it did the opening credit.
I'm gonna take one more stab.
I haven't heard a reaction
because it's fun
like that since the first movie.
I'm gonna take one more stab at Last Jedi because I want to.
Yeah.
Thor, the campaign with Thor, Groot, and Rocket was so much more entertaining than whatever the heck the Vegas Planet bullshit was supposed to be.
Right now we're talking about our favorite heroes. I mean, in the movie, and I would
because I need to hear it.
Oh.
Wait, what?
So I'm sorry. I think I might be the only one getting started. I'm sorry.
All right.
I could barely hear you guys.
Can I tell you guys my favorite character in the movie?
Sure.
Oh.
Do you guys know who it is?
Oh.
Who?
Flo.
Yeah, but
Flo redeems himself.
Okay. And I saw this. Okay. You know how people complain about how Alien 3 kind of undid Aliens?
Yeah.
This movie kind of does that too, where it kind of makes the ending to Ragnarok kind of pointless in a way.
Not really.
They kill off. Hear me out though, Chevy, at first. They kill off half of Asgard, which makes Thor trying to save him a little bit pointless. They fix his eye problem, which kind of makes Hela stabbing it out kind of pointless. And they also give him Stormbreaker, which kind of in a way makes breaking Mjolnir pointless. So yeah, it kind of undoes Ragnarok in a way.
Yeah, right. I know with the Twilight of God, the end of the world. Well, the end of Asgard.
I'm just saying, dude. That's what I was thinking. It kind of undoes it in a way, you know.
It does, but not really. Because remember, it's not having Asgard still out kicking, so that's the good news.
Yeah. Speaking of aliens, Spider-Man mentions it, and it's
that was funny. Speaking
of Empire, now aliens.
We're talking about everything more. We're talking about the Black Order. Okay.
The Black Order, yeah.
Black Order. John?
Yeah, the Black Order. Yeah, those guys were badass. They were badass. Especially that person who did this.
What John speak? John?
Yeah.
John, can you hear us?
Oh, are you talking to me?
No, I'm trying to get John. John, can you hear us? No.
Good, John.
Hey, what's your opinion of the Black Order?
I would say Black Orders are badass. Really. They're the real deal.
Really?
Especially that guy who no. Especially Iron Man called that guy Squidward. He said, New York close. That was funny. Yeah. I forgot his name. What's his name?
Okay.
What's his name? I don't know what's his name.
Well, the Black Order. Oh, sorry, we're everything. We'll get to that in a minute. Here's my thought about it. The Black Order I feel interesting. I think I know. The Black Order is not even the common now. Not interesting. They're not fair about everything more.
I think I heard they were referenced as the children of Thanos when the movie was in early production.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're not really children of Thanos. Literally, they're more like I think adopted children, maybe. But that's what they call it something else. It's weird. Again,
the movie still is. He still got his haircut.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was funny how Thor and Star-Lord were trying to have a measuring.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, they did.
That was funny. Star-Lord's like,
you know what? You know what's even more funny?
My dad killed my mom,
Sean?
and I killed my dad. I feel your pain too. And he's like, and they're looking at him like, why are you even trying?
Oh, that was funny.
Hey, Sean. You know what's even more funny?
What?
When Star-Lord meets Tony, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange. That was funny. And so, who the hell are you? And so, we're the Avengers, dude.
Yeah, and he's like, is Footloose still the biggest movie on Earth? I think they were looking like, it never was.
Oh, that was funny. Wait, John.
Yeah, I like to.
Guardians of the Galaxy and 4 direction and those short bigger stuff.
You know something? I'll tell you this right now. I'm really happy to see Alex Silvestri return to compose the score because he didn't compose Age of Ultron.
No,
but I think Alex Silvestri did a fantastic job. Yeah, Brian Tyler and Danny Elfman composed Age of Ultron. Alex Silvestri returned, did the score right. He did a fantastically good job, and I give him credit for it.
No.
I got some family shit to do, guys. I gotta go.
I'm having some
I
issues.
Yeah. Because I can barely hear you guys difficult.
Yeah, hold on.
In and out.
Tavio.
Yeah.
Brian's on the way.
Hold on.
Okay.
So you can hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you, but
All right. So who was talking first?
I'm trying to get John, but John connecting to your in and out.
You know, I think it's kind of funny is how strange people interact with Rock because first he was called a triangle-faced monkey by Ego. Now he's called a rabbit by Thor.
Yeah, that was funny.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was hilarious. I got in there. It's just funny how they leaving like funny jokes.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Even I including that you can do but again animated story way, but you can do it better because here's about thing with Justice League. If I were to compare to that, like Justice League got a big epic moment with trying to build the dark side and the I forget
Steppenwolf.
Steppenwolf at the this big made a flat, but. And yeah, Steppenwolf was just pointless because Steppenwolf with David Bennett, who would build up for each movie at the end, had a good payoff.
To be fair, my dear friend, Warner Brothers interfered heavily and cut the movie down to 2 hours instead of its mandatory intended 3-hour version.
That is true. Like,
so fuck Warner Brothers.
Like, Warner, stop destroying the digital. Like, I don't get you on it.
Thing. Not only here's the thing. Snyder finished original principal photography of that movie. Then when he left to go deal with the family trouble because his daughter passed away, Warner Brothers went in and said, "Hey, Josh Whedon, you made that movie called Avengers. Make one of those for us."
I don't blame Josh and Zach. I don't blame them both. It was all Warner Brothers. They cut the movie. As a matter of fact.
And here's the thing: I have the Justice League DVD that I rented from my library. I kid you not. The music literally sounds like an Avengers movie. It does not sound like it fit with Justice League. It sounds like an Avengers film. No joke.
Yep.
In the final cut, they made this movie into a 2-hour mess. Mess over here, mess over there.
Yeah. It like, fuck.
I hope WB get some balls, grow some balls, and release a Snyder's cut.
They can't. Yeah, there is no Snyder cut. It doesn't even exist.
The hell there isn't. Dude, original principal photography. All they got to do is take that footage and edit it to a 3-hour movie. Case fucking closed.
Yeah.
And we'll be on it. So back in Infinity War.
Yes. Star-Lord ruined everything. We should go there.
To be fair, in the Defense Star, he had to win in a emotional state because
they have the gauntlet locked. Star-Lord fucked up.
Yeah.
Tony said, "Don't engage. We almost got this thing off." Listen to Tony.
You say Star Wars fucked up. I say DC fucked up even more.
That's talking about it.
Well,
That's a different topic. I'm saying.
Good.
As far as this,
we're all talking. So let's go back into the.
Tony even tells him,
You know.
Will, do not engage. We almost got this thing off. And then what does he do?
He fucked up. And Baron gets to kick his ass. And
you should have gone for the head. No!
That's what you do is that the way Baron did get the Infinity Gems or Stone, whatever. Gemstone, they're the same thing. Like
anyway,
the way you get the each stone, it's actually really unique because in a way, these guys, Baron's like the main protagonist, and our heroes are the antagonist. So anyway, it's kind of flip actually like so. It's kind of what Baron's like the main protagonist in this movie, while our heroes are more like obstacles. So that's actually very unique. They have to do a villain story, but with the hero and the main characters. Again, interesting and unique. Yes? Yeah, fine. No. I lost you, Shit.
a little bit.
Alright. Basically, the short version, I'm trying to say, Baron basically, yes, he's trying to get to India, but his goals are actually very, very interesting because Yes, he wants to save the universe, but he wants to say it in his own twisted way. Because
genocide.
Yeah, in the other con, Fairmont is more like for the following Mr. Death.
I mean, in a way, I can kind of get where he's coming from because you're dealing with overpopulated universe, and his solution is to extinguish half of it.
Yep.
Okay, that totally sounds understandable.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, he's the mad Titan delusion. He's insane. What is? What? Shit.
Probably technical problems, man.
Damn it. Like, see, bro, we're dealing with technical difficulties.
Dude, this is like an always thing for us.
Yeah. Damn it. Ugh. Anywho, so where were we?
Talking about Thanos.
Yeah, Thanos, right? Thanos actually was being actually in this movie, gentlemen, and the way he executed his plan with the Black Order, with the actual article. Let's look at the Black Order. Okay, the Black Order, I mean, while they weren't that interesting as villains, they're still pretty interesting to fight, and everything more the Black Order actually
work.
Cool.
Please freaking work.
Oh,
yeah, I'm back, guys.
Yay. What's up?
Yeah, I've been having technical issues since I got back, but I'm here again. So where are we up to? We lost 2 guys too. So
yeah, I think we should talk about Thanos.
Yeah, one of the best villains I've seen in a long time, man. Like, I loved Loki in the first one, and what's his face, Ultron in the second one. But this was the villain to end all villains. It really was.
Yeah.
Like I was like, this is the closest to Darth Vader that we got in a movie for a Marvel movie. Because I'm like, this.
What we're talking about? Because I just joined back.
Thanos.
Okay.
Yeah. He does more in one film than a lot of villains have done in like 3 or 4 films, which is insane to me.
Yes. And it's really cool to see Thanos in action, especially the first we see Thanos was the very first Avenger. The second time we saw him is the Guardians of the Galaxy, which is unexpected to me.
I'm crazy. And he said, "Fine, I'll do it myself."
I'll do it myself, and he does.
Fine.
Oh my god!
I'll do it myself.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and this
villain that gets something done.
And this time he's not just sitting in
and he doesn't
chair.
just.
Makes me want to say that line, but my own version, like before seeing Infinity War. Fine, I'll see Infinity War myself.
I did see it by myself, and I loved every second of it, except for the ending. But we'll get to that.
Yeah.
The post-credit scene. Oh, yeah, Sean, my thoughts.
Okay.
Oh man.
Good.
Thanos is like full of surprises.
Connection.
He's full of surprises, man.
Damn it!
What happened?
The connection went dead up on him.
Oh.
When
Cameron went off on him.
Yeah, I agree. The scene capture actually was great. That was badass.
Yes, and there's the scene between him and Groot. He's like, "I am Groot." It's like, "I am Steve Rogers."
I am Groot.
Yeah, that.
yeah, I read that.
You know, what's up? Movie.
I don't know about you guys, but if you do catch that sad moment of Groot says for the first time says, "Dad."
Yeah, that was sad.
Yeah, that was sad.
Oh no, Groot.
Yeah, since you brought up Black Panther, I got a little issue I want to bring up about the movie.
Okay.
Black Panther, man. I didn't expect him to die either.
Killmonger was one of the dumbest people in the universe because he says his weapons will not be detected by a metal detector. Yet vibranium is metal. Ergo, it will be detected by a metal detector. So he's a fucking idiot.
Except this vibranium is different because it's a different type of vibranium. Vibranium is not always metal.
Well, then Howard Stark lied because he said in First Avenger vibranium was metal.
It's metal, but it's a unique part because it came in space.
Still metal, then, dude. Which ergo will be detected by a metal detector. So therefore, Killmonger is an idiot.
Or this claw as a metal at the sun.
It's raining on.
Yeah, it flows.
Another damn. The video's not working tonight. Damn it.
Yeah, damn internet connection.
Damn stupid internet.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's FCC. Anyways,
Brian.
Hello.
Hi, Brian.
Hey. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I got my friend here. Say hi.
Hey.
This is my friend Julian. He's also a film buff.
Oh.
Okay.
And, where are we at with the discussion?
So we were talking about damn. What were we talking about?
Well,
what are you talking about?
I'm completely lost because on video we're like getting like technical difficulties, so you know.
Oh, okay. Well, apparently I had some quote unquote tornado warnings where I live, so I'm gonna die. We all gonna die here, boys. I'm fucking with you. I don't think it's a tornado. I think my friend who texted me that was a bit of he's a good guy, but a bit of a hypochondriac. Anyway, how do we get to those character deaths, huh?
Yep.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. So what do you? Yeah. Spider-Man. Does whatever Spider can.
Like the two fucking dust. Holy shit! What the hell was that?
There may have been some manly tears.
I cried. You know, here's why I probably cried, though. I'm not sure my friend agrees with this, but it's because I think when I was growing up, Spider-Man was the first superhero I got into, and he is my favorite superhero of all time. So seeing him die, and it didn't matter which version it was. It could have been Tobey Maguire, maybe a little bit of Andrew Garfield, but I think it was because it was Spider-Man who died. It's why I was crying, because that character, it was like kind of a meta thing for me.
It was like seeing your childhood die.
Partially, yeah. Or at least seeing a child. Okay, it's like seeing Sheriff Woody die, you know?
Yeah.
Like if Woody died in Toy Story 3, you know?
Well, almost gonna die, that is.
Yeah, well, almost died, remember says.
Well, I mean, all of those characters almost died in 3, but what were we talking about? Joel, you want to try to get the conversation?
Oh, with Spider-Man dying. So yeah, I actually saw this twice with two different sets of friends, and I cried both times. I think it hit me harder the second time because I knew it was coming, and I got to like rewatch the film knowing who was gonna die. And
well, personally, I didn't see it coming.
And I actually ain't been going. And
well, this is the second time. This is the second time, though.
Yeah, I mean, the thing was too is like I thought most of Spider-Man's lines in the film were weaker, but his death line was really good, and it certainly got me.
Well, I mean, it was because I don't know if any of you guys are Doctor Who fans, but it kind of was channeling. And I wouldn't be surprised if hey John.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was kind of like it was like Tom Holland was channeling a little bit of David Tennant there with his Spider-Man death. Because if you've seen Doctor Who, the 10th Doctor has a real famous line where he goes, "I don't want to go," and then he regenerates. Yeah. So it was and just the way he was doing it too, like he was grabbing onto Tony, like holding on him as if.
I guess they're both from the same.
That gets me so hard, man.
There's a lot.
Like I wanted to cry, but I'm like, my tears won't let me come out.
Well, especially how they held on it. Like everyone else, it was a little faster, but they took their time with Peter, and they like really drew it out.
I think I read an interview or a quote. I don't remember where it was. Could have been from the New Yorker. Maybe it was the New Yorker, where one of the Russos said that was meant to be the tearjerker scene. That was deliberately meant to be that because it's like Spider-Man's just a kid. Yeah. So of course that's good.
Yeah, agree. Yeah. I mean, of course he's a kid, high school. But personally, I don't know how Aunt May is going to take it by hearing the news that.
Oh shit! That reminds me. How are y'all gonna go there? Because when Farron did it,
actually, you're right.
According to W, I don't mean to stop you, but according to what I've read, Aunt May is still alive.
Yeah,
So. How's she not gonna let Tony now?
Or never be
killed him. She's not gonna let Tony be getting Peter involved.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I mean, it's like, especially now because Aunt May knows she's he's Spider-Man.
Which I'm fine about it. I'm happy they did that because let's face it, how many times can we have Peter not tell Aunt May that he's Spider-Man?
Well, I mean, if we're gonna talk about Homecoming, how it compared to the other movies, Homecoming had to be what it had to be.
Compared to. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Because that was the second reboot of that character, and like compare that to any other reboot, it was so short of a reboot. It was only like.
It's kind of funny I didn't need it because you know what? That's enough.
You know what? I gotta admit.
It was like 2-3 years.
Yeah. Okay, Homecoming comparing to the Amazing Spider-Man movies, I would say Homecoming is a masterpiece because. The Amazing Spider-Man films were both piece of shit.
Yeah, both.
The first one I will still defend slightly because at least the first Amazing Spider-Man movie, while I didn't really care for it, I can at least respect it somewhat. And you could probably delve into the argument that maybe the Amazing Spider-Man one was a very generic superhero movie.
I mean, well, you had that same origin story like in 2002.
I mean, okay, even with its genericness in mind, it still attempted to put Spider-Man in a grittier setting, and I can at least respect it for that. I can't respect the second one. The second one is blatant. Let's try to do Sam Raimi, but completely fuck up how to do a Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
Yeah, especially as the sequel to Amazing Spider-Man was I don't know. It was fucked up. I don't know what the hell.
All right. Well, I mean, you're always welcome to interject.
I was just going to insult you for owning it on Blu-ray.
Yeah, he was going to insult me.
Anyway,
my friend was going to bash on me for owning it on Blu-ray, which he has done a few too many times. You son.
Speaking of Infinity what's our fan actually collects all the Infinity Gems? The way he collects them, actually, one thing that I think of you, where's Xandar? Because last time I remember Xandar.
Way to make all the effort the Guardians went through in their first movie kind of pointless.
Well, anyway, you knew that was going to get.
Oh, you want to interject in this case, or about the Guardians thing being?
I'm not really sure because honestly, I have not seen either of the Guardians films. Those are one of the black spots in my MCU viewing. I know I'm a heretic. But
well, guys,
it sounded amazing. The music's great. The story was great.
But he's not. He's a film buff, hardcore film buff. He has a really solid knowledge on film. But I think when it comes to his superhero movie thing, he has a learning curve.
Well, I've seen like most of the MCU. It's not that I haven't seen any of it. It's the Guardians are like one black spot that I hope.
Yeah,
I just recently see the first movie. I haven't seen Volume 2 yet because I'm almost done with Phase 2.
I might sound crazy for saying this, but I rewatched both Avengers movies just as movies, and it is hard to do this, and I think we can all agree that because the MCU is a universe type of thing, it's much harder to attempt. It's
all right.
You okay, John?
Yeah, I've had a lot of problems, guys. Sorry.
Basically, I think what Brian's trying to say. Brian, I mean to interject, but I think what you're trying to say is because these movies are so interconnected into a universe, it's hard to watch them as a standalone movie.
Or standalone sub-series, you know?
It's better to look at them as
as a standalone, it gets serious for what it takes for its own.
One at a time. John, since you're not spending do your connection issues. Continue. John?
What the?
What was that music? What is that?
I'm sorry. This is from my TV. I'm very sorry.
Right. John, what's your opinion on all the deaths?
Like the podcast.
At the end?
Yeah, with apparently cut all the Infinity Gems.
Oh. Yeah, it just kind of took me out of it because it kind of like downbeat and I'm like, these characters aren't going to die because they're going to come back in the fourth movie. At least that's what I know. And like I said, they're like, oh, but how they're going to change that? I'm like, again, did you see the post-credit scene with the signal that Nick Fury sent to Captain Marvel?
Okay, but here's the thing, though.
She's going to kick it. She's going to kick his ass.
If the Hulk can't beat Thanos, what makes you think she can?
She's an alien just like Thanos, so she can beat him. She's
what are you guys yelling about now?
Oh, Hulk's not in this movie, Sean. Sorry. He's in the movie for 5 minutes. That doesn't count.
Hold on a second. Like, if you're trying to look at the movie from
sorry, folks, I'm back. What are you guys talking about?
You're talking about the Hulk for a minute, but hear me out on this. Like, because
he's not in the film.
No, Hulk
he's in the trailer live in 5 minutes.
I mean, he was in 5 minutes of the film getting his ass kicked by Thanos.
It's actually funny.
Well, it's
like one at a time.
Sorry. When I saw Hulk, and maybe it's because I'm a huge fan of the 2008 Hulk movie.
Yeah. That's
and it was the first. It was like it reminded me so much of The Dark Knight Rises, like that moment where Hulk goes up against Thanos. It's almost like I was half expecting Thanos to say, "I was wondering what would break first, your spirit or your body."
Yeah, exactly. This is kind of the movie trying to do the thing.
Put that in. Oh man, that would have been funny.
Yeah, but this isn't. This is an Avengers movie. We knew that Hulk wasn't going to get that much screen time anyway. There's so many characters, Sean. You can't have 50 minutes for each character. It's not.
Trailers lie.
It would be 5 hours.
Sean, the trailers do lie. Like, look, I was a little disappointed.
I also knew Black Panther wasn't going to be that much either. He had a movie already.
Guys, hold on.
It gets a little more.
If I could break it down this way here.
In the movie, he's just in the Hulkbuster. Like, trailers lie.
Yeah. Can I break it down to it right quick? Let me break it down to it. So, two things two things that I was disappointed in the actual movie. One, see the Avengers running like the last shot of the first trailer showing them running. Of course, the Hulk was running. That wasn't in there. I was disappointed in that. And second is, of course, Hulk not getting too much screen time.
Well, I mean,
most important.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, most disappointing thing is that Avengers is running in slow mo, like the last shot of the trailer. You know what I mean?
Second. I hate to say it, but there are certain shots. Like nowadays, there are certain shots specifically made for trailers, and unfortunately, that was a prime example within Infinity War. But what I was kind of interested in.
So it's like Homecoming where you see Tony and Peter flying around the town together.
Well, it was just I mostly blame Sony for that. That was a fuck up. But isolated to
the characters.
Well, isolated to Infinity War specifically. When I was looking at Hulk in this, and I really liked how they've developed Hulk/Banner. Hulk is more of his own character.
Hey, they could have
Banner is
Can
I finish that?
John,
I would say
let Brian finish.
Go ahead.
Done really quick. What I was kind of impressed by when I saw the whole Hulk and Banner dynamic, it's like this is the first time Hulk has ever been afraid.
Yeah.
Like Hulk has, and it's because you could say, and I rewatched the Hulk movie with Edward Norton. Hulk did get his ass kicked a little bit in that movie, but nothing compared to the level of ass kicking he got from Thanos. If you look at the Abomination fight versus his fight with Thanos, I mean, okay, Hulk got stabbed, right, in the Abomination fight, but he still kept coming. Thanos broke Hulk's jaw.
Damn.
Like,
it hard to watch.
Hulk's jaw. You do not. Like, I told my dad this because my dad didn't give a shit about spoilers. I told him a little bit of this. And when I told him Hulk gets his ass kicked, my dad had this look of, like, bullshit.
Of course Hulk gets his ass kicked. It's Thanos.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like, okay, anyone can interject now. I'm done my little spiel for now.
Okay, on the subject of Hulk, when Heimdall was sending him to Earth, it was a little convenient that he just happened to land right in front of.
Well, here's the thing about it. Here's the thing about that. And after Infinity Gauntlet,
it's like Heimdall knew exactly when
there was server to want to land in Doctor
and he just happened to drop in the second sanctum.
Here's the thing about that.
That's a little too convenient while they were trying to go get a sandwich.
Well,
Sean, maybe
guys,
I know. I just found it funny. That was all.
Here's the thing about that. And
you
got to show server in Doctor Strange Sanctum. And in this movie,
but Johnny, I'm just saying, it's a little funny. Of all the places for Hulk to land, he just happened to land in basically Strange's lap.
Well,
of all places, I just thought it was kind of funny.
Well, I mean, can I just? What was I going to say? When I was looking at that scene, you got to accept certain quote unquote plot conveniences. Maybe also, again, because this movie's so huge and there's a movie like this. If you want to find plot holes, there are plot holes.
Oh, there are.
There are plot holes. If you want to find,
there's got to be a lot of deleted scenes in there.
The same can be said to the first Avengers, the second Avengers. But how I look at movies nowadays, especially with these Marvel movies, if the flaws are so minute that they're just like non-existent, and the good elements shine through, that's all that really matters. And also, you got to think that Strange uses magic. The Asgardians rely on magic. Therefore, what the fuck is Idris Elba's character's name again? Heimdall was going to send Banner to the most place where magic was being held.
Not the Earth.
Oh,
I mean, if you ask me, plot holes are like the least important thing in a film in terms of like issues. As long as like the character writing is solid, who cares?
I wasn't trying to say religion. I thought it was something funny that of all places for Hulk to land, he just happened to land in front of Doctor Strange. I thought it was funny as all.
I can see what
it's a problem or anything.
I see what you're saying there. I was also going to say, what else was I going to say? Did you guys feel like, because I watched the Linkara video. Yeah. Linkara did an interesting vlog about this. Like, he said the movie felt very draining, and I will say this is hands down the Empire Strikes Back of the Marvel movie.
Yeah, this is a masterpiece out of Phase 3.
But you should aim for the head. And he snapped the thing like that. Like, that was, I know shit I heard what you do.
Oh, and also I just
that was like the biggest trick in the book right there. The biggest trick in the book.
I just saw this. This movie kind of answers I guess you say a plot hole from the first Avengers movie.
I told you
when Loki's like how much Bifrost gone time ago. How much dark energy the all after the conjugal figure. This movie kind of answers that. Kind of fixes that. By when we see Heimdall be sending Banner to Earth, he mentions All Father and dark magic. It's like, okay, then we know how Thor got to Earth in the first Avengers movie.
Well, what I was gonna say, what I was gonna say when I looked at it's kind of interesting if you want to look at the Avengers movies as just movies on their own. I mean, it's hard to do that, like as a
very much
trilogy or as a series.
Yeah, like, but I think you were trying to get the point, like skipping all the movies and they're I'm talking about like just seeing the first two Avengers, then seeing the third one. Is that what you're trying to say?
But what I'm trying to say is, like, is there enough good exposition to get you caught up on what's happened? And there is actually.
Well, about this too. I saw this with my girlfriend who's only seen 3 of the MCU films, and she had actually very little trouble understanding it. Like, she needed to know a couple things, But outside of that, she was able to follow this pretty well because they give just enough exposition in like Infinity War proper.
Yeah.
Like they re-explain that Gamora is Thanos' adopted daughter. They re-explain like what happened in Civil War. They do enough that you can understand it pretty well.
Yeah, and there's enough like, and there's enough of where you can build a visual picture. You know.
I wasn't looking for.
Speaking of daughters,
guys,
Tony Strange, where Tony's on 6 years ago.
I think Sean trying to speak. Yeah, Sean.
No, wait. Let John speak.
Oh, okay. John. Trouble with technical difficulty.
Don't hurt the film. I'm fine.
Wait, what? Wait.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Fucking interconnection.
Thanks, Agent Pie.
Yeah, thank Agent
No,
Pie.
it doesn't go into.
All right.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me well?
Exactly.
Well, there was a scene when Tony Strange
first got damned.
Yep.
Tony was telling Strange about how 6 years ago he saw this coming from 6 years ago with the Chitauri. Like, yes, the Avengers First Men movie happened 6 years ago.
Doll. He dies. So what? I didn't care about him.
I wasn't really talking about that, but okay.
Oh, well, John, I think connection going in and out. We can barely hear you.
Well, I mean, it's like when I look. I think it's safe to say the two series I think that work best as a series.
There's so much.
John, you're breaking up.
Yeah, you can hear you in and out.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Exactly. Take that, Force Awakens.
What the fuck,
Freaking
John?
Boring.
John, you're breaking up. John, you're breaking up. You two are breaking up. Shut up.
You're breaking up.
The connection's really fucking bad. John, your connection keeps going out. I hate to say this, but maybe the best. Maybe if you switch to audio, there might be a chance it's better. Because video streaming takes up more megabytes or gigabytes or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, if you like take the camera off but leave the audio on, it will be better.
It might, yeah.
It's long, but I didn't feel like.
John, your connection's lagging.
It is.
So, I think this has happened too many fucking times.
Yes.
What the fuck was I gonna say?
So
I forgot.
If since he having trouble with the internet, mind if I say something?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
So, the interesting thing is to me about Daniel's adopted daughter, of course, Gamora, especially that flashback scene when Gamora was a little kid, seeing her mother.
That freaked me out. Like, holy shit.
That was the point.
I know.
That was some Palpatine level shit.
I mean, I thought it was interesting to see. I mean, you see everybody gets killed. That's pretty much brutal to me.
Yeah, it was.
And come to think of it, what makes you think that Thanos has been doing this just to brainwash Gamora as she was a kid?
It actually makes sense. Because the fan actually doesn't give it them. Actually, here's the thing though, and after comic, the fan did do that as well, but after comic, Banner was more like a cold-hearted bastard. He didn't give a damn. But in this one,
I wouldn't say Thanos is a cold-hearted bastard. If you really like, Thanos is a twisted. I think they're
twisted, cold-hearted bastard.
Did you send this to me or did someone else?
Didn't you
send me an article that Infinity War is the best analogy to an abusive family or some shit?
No, I don't think that was me. Although I did not actually like the framing of Thanos in this because, Thanos is basically a fascist, and I'm not interested in a fascist's dad feelings. I thought that kind of representation of him was almost dangerous in a sense. I don't want to. I don't want a film to have me sympathize with a fascist.
Well, I mean, hear me out on this. Hear me out on this for 1 second. When it comes to sympathizing with who do you think is more sympathetic, Killmonger or Thanos?
I would say Thanos the most.
Killmonger.
Killmonger is way more sympathetic.
Killmonger is way more sympathetic because a lot of his...
here's the thing about Killmonger, though. Killmonger is trying to... He is the guy who wants to be king, trying to take over Wakanda to make Wakanda a bad place now. I get that.
I mean, Killmonger was trying. If you listen to his philosophy is there's a ton of people who, there's a ton of black people around the world, especially in the U.S., who are facing some level of systematic oppression. We have all these weapons. Let's fucking use it. Let's take over America. Let's take over the world so we can be in charge and we can have some semblance of power. In a way, it's almost like a very Leninist type philosophy.
My boy,
I'm just saying it's a very...
And for that, I understand what Killmonger's been going through. I mean, he lost his father. Yeah, I understand that. But, and
the thing with Killmonger... Oh, sorry, I'll let you finish.
Yeah. What I meant to say was, his father was killed, but personally, I think taking over Wakanda will, I would say, give back a peace of mind for what Killmonger was doing at that time. But think about this, right? After he being stabbed, what was that line is?
Okay,
bury me in the ocean. Bury me in the ocean, something like that.
What he said, if I remember correctly, my ancestors were smart enough to know that it's better to. He said his line was, if I remember correctly, it was better to drown in the ocean and die than be a slave.
I thought it was bury me in the ocean. I completely forgot.
No, I think we said no when he dies. I'm gonna live at it before he live at and change. Wait, John, is the connection working? John?
Fucking hell, the connection's not working. Great.
Fuck!
All right. That's always fun. The Nerd Pack, always technical difficulties because it's just a bunch of schmucks with laptops. And now we got 3 Jews here. Boyan's a Jew. I'm a Jew. So now we got.
The fascists might be listening.
Shut up. The fascists aren't listening.
You guys hear me or no?
Yeah, we can hear you. Finally. All right. John, can you hear us?
John. Oh fuck! I don't think it's working.
Shit.
Yeah, I don't think I can hear him.
I'm trying now.
Right.
We can hear you.
Are you using your phone or your laptop?
Loading your app.
Okay.
Oh, we can hear you better.
Yeah, we can hear you better.
Because there appears.
So
it's just it's. I've been having too much trouble.
Yeah. It's not your fault. Believe me, I don't blame you. It's the internet connection crap.
Yeah, I think best for me is to use my phone. I mean, not my phone. I mean your phone. I mean,
because
fuck it.
Well,
so where were we?
We were on I think we were talking about Thanos versus Killmonger.
Thanos
is a much more sympathetic and understandable villain because I think Killmonger. While he's mainly
can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can hear you. Yeah. I think while Killmonger is a very
I can hear you.
Relatable villain for
I'm trying to
kind of
settings.
Okay.
For a black audience, I think anyone who has come from an oppressed group can relate to Killmonger.
On real tech. I'm gonna have to.
Well, I don't want to speak for people of color, because I'm not one, but I will say that Killmonger,
so everything goes.
Are rooted in reality.
Default. I'm gonna have to do default.
Okay, go default.
So I think what?
Come on,
John, could you?
Let's do default.
I was gonna say I don't want to speak for people of color because obviously I'm not a person of color, but I will say that Killmonger's fears and his motivations are based much more in reality and systemic oppression.
Can you hear me now?
Than Thanos'
Thanos'
genocidal logic.
Thanos is Thanos. It's weird. You can kind of understand Thanos' logic, but it's very
Thanos even himself proves his logic is wrong because he talks about He talks about like the rich on Titan and how like there's rich and poor. Like, well, he kind of gives himself the solution. You don't have to genocide people. They keep take the rich have all, so take from the rich. Like he disproves himself in his own argument.
Take the rich for the poor.
Thanos is deliberately set up as a madman. He's supposed to be.
But you're supposed to sympathize with his dad feels. Like
he's the strongest, the meanest, cold-hearted bastard. And I understand that.
Thanos' way of thinking is very much a Sith logic.
Yeah, exactly. But in a good way. Yeah, I'm back on, guys.
The film frames it as like almost a justifiable
I put the sound on default. That's what helped.
Well, hold on for a minute. Yes. What makes you think that why Gamora was trying to sacrifice herself in order to save her sister? What makes you think Thanos throws her off a cliff? Just because
man was Soul Stone.
Thanos was.
Speaking of Soul Stone, that one. We're talking about that camera. We're talking about Red Skull.
Yeah,
Red Skull was. Red Skull is.
I know that's not Hugo Weaving's voice. I get it, Sean. You don't have to tell me that. I know that's not Hugo Weaving, but it was a good cameo. I was like, oh my god, we haven't seen
it.
It
didn't matter. Like I think we can all agree.
Weaving didn't even want to come back.
That's fine with me.
It doesn't really matter though. Like.
At least it's not a CGI Peter Cushing.
I agree.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, what the hell?
John, can we get off your hate passion for the new Star Wars movies, man? Like, I know you're not a fan of them, you know, but
one at a time.
I said, can we get off?
Wait, is he bashing Rogue One? Because I can get in on that.
Yeah, I thought that movie was boring. This movie was. This is how you do dark. This is how you do dark the right way.
Fuck you, Jillian.
He had like 5 characters in that movie, and the most interesting thing is the robot. I didn't even watch it, Sean. I heard a podcast.
Julie and I really do agree strongly on the Last Jedi.
Solo's gonna suck, Brian. Alden is not
gonna be fucking good.
Solo will be awesome.
Solo will be good.
They had to get the guy acting lessons.
I'm not sure about Solo.
Okay, guys.
Whoa. What the hell was that
movie? This diverged into a Star Wars argument. We will save that for when Solo comes out.
Yeah.
No, I'm not seeing it. I'm not gonna see it 2 and 2.
Okay. Guys, let's just all do one thing.
Back to Star Wars, yo. Back to fucking Avengers.
Let's just all do one thing. We could talk about Solo another time, and for right now, let's talk about Infinity War. We'll talk about Solo another time.
This is more Star Wars to me than anything, pretty much. This and Guardians.
All right, John, you get it. We get it.
Let's go back to Red Skull.
Because what I was thinking of with Red Skull was like, I just kind of wanted to see Red Skull back against Cap.
Yeah.
It took.
Yeah, that would have been a huge
7 years, guys.
7 years. Damn time,
AKA Agent from the Matrix.
And this is like what, movie 19? So we haven't seen him in like 14 movies, probably.
Yep.
Exactly. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like, I was going to high school when that movie came out.
So yeah, you get evaporated by the Tesseract, you end up in the Guardian of the Soul Stone.
Yep.
That's a great trade-off.
No, but it's like, it's obvious that Red Skull probably wants to die.
Well,
Red Skull failed completely. He wanted to take over the world.
He was better
failed
that. I could say that.
Upbuilded.
Because Zemo just did nothing. He was a nothing
villain.
This is the real villain.
Zemo.
Thanos just does this. He just could flick his fingers and someone's dead. I'm like, there you go.
I think Zemo was Marvel's attempt at a Joker type character. Like, I think when I look at Zemo, it was their attempt to do like an anarchist type character.
It didn't work. He's not the Joker. He's boring.
Joker.
I'm gonna read a book like this. Yeah.
I think Red Skull, he's not the best villain out there. I mean,
no,
I would say he's somewhat decent.
Civil War. He's dull. Like that actor, I don't like him. Daniel Brawl. I'm like, you have a boring face, dude. Wearing glasses doesn't make you interesting. Vulture beat you last year.
Yeah, Vulture was awesome, but
Vulture was actually menacing.
We want to get to the Infinity War stuff, right?
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. The spoilers.
Now this shit, I wanted to see for fucking years. When I finally did, I nerded out. the Iron Spider suit.
Yeah, the Iron Spider.
It's about
Iron Spider
fucking time we saw that costume. You know, it's like
people were cheering.
Like,
he
of
was
course
on the
you're
street
gonna cheer because it's an iconic costume. It's a good reinvention of that costume. Plus, that costume's just full on badass.
Yeah, I go when Peter Brisbane.
That Iron suit is badass in my opinion, especially with the wings coming out. Not wings, that spider. You know that spider legs. Yeah.
And he
that pretty much badass.
Awesome.
Peter,
he saved Mantis with that. That was cool.
Pretty much badass.
How'd you guys feel about Quill losing his shit?
Yeah, that was that character depth. It was actually different. Chris Pratt actually wasn't joking. It was like, it was good to see him, like, I don't know, show emotion and not be a bitch. Like,
I think it was because if you analyze Peter Quill's character, he's a very emotionally unstable person, and he hides his emotional instability through masculine arrogance, or what he perceives.
Like this toxic masculinity thing.
That he killed mother. He said, "What?" He said, "Oh," and he's showing.
Yeah, I want to see emotion from my characters. I don't want them to be robots like freaking Jyn Erso. I'm sorry. I want to see the face move. You have a human face. Move it,
John.
I don't need.
Get to you. Come on, man. Can you not like bash Star Wars? Like, look. God, like I
don't
hate
need
to
to
be
see
an asshole.
Jones be a zombie doing this.
Dude, ever since Force Awakens, man, you've been complaining.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
About
I want to see
Star Wars. I'm sorry, but
the new
look,
Star Trek movies. I got emotion out of that.
Guys, just save that for your YouTube channel, please.
Let's just all come down here.
I'm sorry.
Let's just all come down here.
Hey, keep it on Marvel, yo.
Yeah, let's keep the focus.
We're talking about Marvel. Like, that's what I want to tell you.
Focus on Marvel. Focus on. Yeah.
What I was gonna say is, fuck. This is the only problem. This chat are exhausting as shit, and I'm a little tired.
Yeah, I know. We all are.
I'm graduating fucking college, and I'm getting a fucking degree.
Yeah.
Good.
Yay! Congrats.
Fuck yeah.
You brought up the part with Quill getting angry, and I think that that scene works so well because I think
it makes sense why I would lose.
Yeah, the best thing though about Infinity War is that it balances tone so well. This does not feel like 3 hours. It felt like
it felt like an hour and 58.
And there's no total whiplash. They balance that like change in tone so well.
Can you let my friend?
Oh no, it's fine. It's their podcast.
I mean. This movie felt so much fast paced. It's like an hour and 58 minutes, to be honest with you guys.
Yeah, it's got a better pace than fucking Justice League.
Well, what makes it work is there's all these little mini climaxes. Like it's not one long film; it's a bunch of mini films put together, and it works really well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And that's what I love about Infinity War. Fast paced. A lot of characters.
This is a fan movie. This is a movie for the fans.
Yeah,
it was like they were digging into my subconscious and like, I'm gonna give you what.
Here's why I think Star-Lord is the one that screwed everything up. Is you have Tony basically saying, "Quill, you have to settle down. We almost got this thing off. Don't engage." And what does he do? Fucking snap.
Well, it's the point that he fails.
You should have gone for the head.
That's the point.
Oh, that was awesome.
It's the point that Quill screwed up. Because as we said, it's I think Lindsay Ellis gave a really good analysis of it.
I mean, of course, Iron Man is Iron Man
showing up. And when Tony Stark is telling you to chill the fuck out, you know you're going too far. This is
this close.
He gave out his home address to a terrorist.
Listen, don't get me wrong. I understand Quill is mad because what Thanos did to Gamora. I understand, but all this shit right here caused for Quill to fuck things up while Spider-Man and Iron Man was this close.
That was
this close.
The point, though. That was the whole point of that scene. It's showing you how emotionally unstable Quill is. Quill is a.
That's how I am sometimes. Sorry, I said that.
It's like a 6-year-old teenager. Because think about it, he's never had a good parental role model. He's had to figure out his own path, and what he's held on to is pure 80s nostalgia. And with that in mind, you see what that downfall is, because he's thinking he's gonna have his a snake.
Yeah, I would say
like
Quill was fucked up. Quill fucked up. Yeah, but mostly Thor fucked up.
No, Thor didn't. Thor
fucked up.
No,
Thor's
okay.
also kind of
I actually read an article.
He would be angry and vengeful.
I wasn't expecting Thanos to die in this movie, Sean. I know that because it's not too big of a deal.
I mean, you were cheering.
They were so close to removing the gauntlet.
I didn't expect Thanos to die at all.
You guys are hung up about the gauntlet part, but that was the whole point, was that Star-Lord's arrogance and his emotional instability is what is going to cause everything to get fucked up. You know, Tony's seen this shit. Tony, Strange, even Spider-Man to some extent is more emotionally stable than Quill is, because Quill has had his environment has completely fucked him up. So because he's latched on to
no one, guys.
Really quick. Remember, early on in the movie, he couldn't kill Gamora. He came at the last minute. He was going to do it.
Bubbles.
Well, I mean, at the last minute he was going to do it, and Thanos knew. Thanos knew at this point.
I'm sorry,
he wasn't do it, but it's like
it wasn't.
But because Quill's emotional instability, and it's almost kind of like an Anakin Skywalker thing going on.
But there you go.
Saying that.
Anakin Skywalker is way more.
And by the way, Sean,
he's more developed
with Captain Marvel, just to let you know.
But like when you look at it like that, Anakin Skywalker, Peter Quill, both grew up in emotional, kind of totally unstable environments where they're developing.
They both lose their mothers.
Yeah. Well,
that too.
I mean, Quill lost the mother for cancer. Cancer.
Because of ego.
Because ego planet.
Yeah, I'm invested. It doesn't take much to invest me. Just give me a character I give a shit about.
I was trying
I'm gonna have every superpower in the world. Winkety wink.
But okay. Here's the difference though between Star-Lord and Anakin. Anakin was raised as a child slave. Star-Lord was raised in space among the Avengers.
Star-Lord was also basically raised as a child slave, if you want to keep it real.
Basically, Star-Lord is like a mix of Anakin and Han Solo.
Well, Brian. We found out
I would say they're both mixed bag for me.
He kept him around because he didn't want him to suffer the same fate as his siblings did.
Yep.
I'm aware of that.
If you can think of
the fact that the environment that Star-Lord grew up in is what mainly shaped who he was.
Yep.
That's pretty well established in the Guardians of the Galaxy film. It's because it's his emotional immaturity that hurts him over, that fucks everyone over, and it's his own hubris, right? His own arrogance, thinking he can beat Thanos in that moment, thinking everyone has him subdued, not realizing and not even thinking, because all he cared about in that moment is the woman I loved is dead. He wants revenge. You killed her. I'm gonna fucking end it. And it's an understandable reaction.
Just like Anakin and Padme. Yeah, I get it. I get that. I felt that with this movie. There's a lot of references to
both of their blood.
And I find it kind of funny that Nebula wasn't even doing anything, and she didn't even try to restrain Star-Lord.
Well, she was tortured.
Nebula is a whole basket of fucked up.
Yeah, exactly.
Than Gamora. Right?
Nebula is
tortured.
Emotional baggage, damaged, really just fucked up.
Really fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, like because she tried to kill Thanos before, so she's obviously not going to do anything.
Yeah.
Because she was getting tortured.
Fox.
Like, of course, yeah. I mean, that was pretty much fucked up right there. Getting tortured by Thanos, but luckily she gets saved. And like I said, in order to save her sister, Gamora had to sacrifice herself. I mean, it's the only way to do that. Like, it's either that or else. I mean, it's either that. Yeah, think about that.
Or stuff. We're talking with Doctor Strange. I think Doctor Strange knew that term was not going to work. Remember, he looked in the 4 part of the features, and there was one part of the feature that they didn't win. So I think that Doctor Strange took the time stone in order for the hero to win.
Well, that's kind of obvious. Like, even while he's disintegrating, he says, "I'm sorry, Tony. This was the only way."
Yeah,
exactly.
It was the only way.
Okay, but here's the thing, though. There's no way in all these 14,000 million possible futures that Doctor Strange could take into account Star-Lord's snapping. There's no way he could have took that.
Maybe he did. Remember, he is the Sorcerer Supreme. The Sorcerer Supreme in the comics and in the film can do a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah,
I know.
So can I.
That's something with Star-Lord would get fucked up. He just didn't really determine which outcome this was being because, great line, I like to paraphrase here, always in motion the future is. So even though he predicted those million-plus outcomes that were happening, it's like he couldn't predict exactly how those events would play out. It's hard to do that. It's hard to determine what's making the right move. So he made a judgment call because he has been bestowed with this great knowledge of, once again, being the Sorcerer Supreme, that he has to act on his instincts because out of all the characters in that room, unless you read the Illuminati books where they send Hulk into fucking space.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Ignoring that shit, though.
Other people are idiots. Like, you got Illuminati. You just put one Hulk in space, and then you repair Hulk and all that. Hulk.
I wish World War Hulk was a thing. I wish World War Hulk was a thing. That would have been amazing. Even an animated movie I would have taken. Like, give me a sequel to that Planet Hulk animated movie.
Animation, you fail again.
Yeah. But anyway,
I want to say this. If you were still talking about it, I just want to move on and talk about Scarlet Witch and Vision. Them both.
Oh, that was awesome.
What'd you think?
I love that. That was sweet.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
That
was
romance.
subtle.
Scarlet Witch. She's the most important woman, besides Black Widow. But as for Scarlet Witch, I would say she's more important.
Well, Scarlet Witch in that moment, and what was crazy was, even though I wanted the heroes to win, again, it was probably,
Thanos won. He finished your Vision twice.
That was a ballsy thing to do for this time. And I'm going to bitch about Batman vs. Superman one more time in this case.
Okay.
Fuck you! Fuck you, God! I say this as your friend. Fuck you! But anyway, see, this is where Infinity War succeeds, where BVS fucking failed. Here we go. Okay, BVS wants to do the whole emotional character death shit, right? You have to develop a fucking universe for a long-ass time to pull that type of shit. Otherwise, it's going to come out as a what the fuck moment. And it can be a forced moment.
Hey, Brian,
I know what you're going to say with Spider-Man. Here's the difference. Civil War, we start knowing him. He has a whole movie of character development where we figure out who Spider-Man is, what his motivations are, why he is the way he is, and what ultimately defines him as a hero. Yes, going back to Garfield's hipster douchebagness. And I swear to God, can we just go back? Can we bitch about Andrew Garfield for 1 second?
It's Marvel.
You know how I feel about the Amazing Spider-Man. You know how I feel about that.
He has a movie coming out this summer, and I don't
had girls in my high school who looked at Andrew Garfield and were like, "Oh, he's so dreamy and hot," versus Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland. Tom Holland does have a babiness to him. I can understand.
Tom Holland is the best.
He's a cute kid. I'm sorry to say
I would say
that.
Garfield's much of an asshole.
Garfield is
He looks too much like Edward Cullen. Sorry.
Well, I mean,
I got you there.
Garfield got fucked over.
Well, good. That was for the best. If he was in this movie, I would want him to die in 5 minutes.
Yeah, for real.
Thanos break his head.
Well,
I can't stand Garfield.
If they were going to continue any continuity, with a what if, I would have loved if they wanted to.
No. There is no what if. It's what happened and what we got.
That would be funny. That would be
what if they got with Toby instead of Holland? If they can somehow did a loose continuation. And I think what would have been an interesting what if scenario thing is if give a real world reason
guys, come to think about it. I bet Maguire's reaction would be after defeating Thanos. I think was the same reaction.
Well, not screaming, but I could almost see him struggling to hold on to life. Tobey Maguire. Can I just say this? Tobey Maguire's an underrated actor.
Yeah.
He's underrated.
If you've seen Brothers, that's a great performance.
Yeah,
bro. That's scary almost.
What's the underrated Spider-Man out there?
Brian say, "What do you want about Superman dying to be VVS?" I actually cried. I didn't because I didn't care about Cavill, Sean. I'm sorry. He is not.
Look, I can understand if you cried on the meta sense because it's Superman dying and you've never seen that before. No, that's not true. It's fucking
Superman dying. You didn't even think about going the Batman versus Superman ending way.
Save Martha. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was biased with that movie. The only reason I love that movie is for Batman. He's the only thing that holds.
I will say the ultimate cut of BVS is decent. I will say that about BVS. Have they released that version?
Because like he has more screen time. He's a better character, and that warehouse scene alone. That's a worthy of I love that warehouse scene. This movie. Every scene is a warehouse scene. Every single action scene, Sean. Every single one.
I read, and I don't mean to derail the conversation, but I read recently Snyder's 5-movie plan was actually as it followed: Man of Steel, BVS, and then do 3 Justice League movies.
There's only been one, and it flopped.
I'm just saying
this movie, it made more than Justice League did in one freaking weekend, Sean. One.
Well, I mean, and I'm like, can we just keep it real for 1 minute?
I don't want any more interference. Make the movie you want to make. Don't let the freaking studios
interfere. To be fair, I mean, I get what you're saying, but interference is kind of expected in this industry. Now, if you want to go to the biggest textbook example of studio interference where they should have trusted their fucking director, Spider-Man 3. That's a textbook.
Now, here's the one thing about the studio.
They're stupid.
Hear me out. Please hear me out on this. Here's the thing about the studio. I want you to hear me out about the studios.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, for number one, first off, let me talk about Spider-Man 3. Okay, on there. So, I know Sam Raimi wanted his own version to be great, bringing Voltron in, but no, Sony doesn't want that to happen. They decided to want Venom instead.
I'm sorry. He's better in the comics than in the cartoons.
Here's the problem, though. Raimi has stated time and time again, if you listen to interviews of him, he is a fan of the first era of Spider-Man. That's his element. Who the fuck needed Tevye? Did Tevye mean himself?
I mean, I agree. He's a big fan of Spider-Man.
If you listen to Raimi said essentially he understood his era of Spider-Man.
I understood it too.
In the 70s. How he handled Doc Ock, how he handled Green Goblin. Perfect examples of that. You give him an 80s character that he has no emotional investment in? Are you surprised he fucked it up? This character he never gave a flying fuck about.
Tom Hardy's accent, it sounds like Mike Tyson. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm willing to give the Venom movie a shot. I'm pissed off.
I'm pissed about that Venom, especially the teaser trailer.
We all saw that trailer, Brian. It was bad.
Brian, no,
the trailer looked like shit. Nobody cared. People were like,
the Venom movie is better.
Okay, guys.
I'm going to get to Snyder. Yeah.
Brian, I've read this quote. He wanted Spider-Man to see the humanity in his villains. And he even said that because Venom has no humanity, then Venom would not have worked.
I'm aware. That's why I think it would have been really interesting to keep Sandman, but do this twist. Have Sandman be a huge red herring. Yeah. But then it's revealed that the original killer still killed Uncle Ben.
I mean, it would be that he didn't mean to kill Uncle Ben. I mean, it was all because of his sick daughter, I understand.
No. But like keep the original mother killing Uncle Ben. So that
the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies.
Oh, you mean the best one's number 2 out of any Spider-Man movie in history?
Yeah. 1, 2 are good, but 3 you got the Spider-Man.
Ranking of all the Spider-Man movies, Spider-Man 2 from 2004, original Spider-Man from 2002.
That one's kind of cringy. The original Spider-Man is really cringy.
On that.
Have you seen the dialogue in the acting? Have you seen the acting?
Dude,
Yes,
the
I
acting is
did.
what it is. The acting
It was good
No,
when
I
it
enjoy
was.
that movie.
We
I-
needed that movie, Matthew.
The movie-
After
Listen.
9/11, we needed something
Listen.
light.
No, you need
I
Actors were
admitted that movie.
improvising.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
we didn't need
disagree
that.
heavily on
This
the
is why we
Kenji
only
part.
died like 5 people in you. Listen. I love Spider-Man 1. I like it. It's my childhood. I will watch it. I can watch it. But
Yeah,
it's
Childhood,
not.
I was you 5 years old when it came out.
Yeah, 5
I'm
years.
18. My nigga, I'm 18.
You know,
No, but in 2002,
Please
you were
don't
what,
say
like
that.
2 years old? Of course, it's your childhood. Sean was a kid when that movie came out too.
I mean, it's a childhood too. I mean, I grew up with Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm gonna keep it going back to my ranking really quick. Then after Homecoming, I gotta be fair. I'm going with the Amazing Spider-Man 1. Then
Oh,
3.
God.
Boring.
Then the Amazing.
Oh, man.
I will
You guys
stand
wanna
by.
hear-
I think the Amazing
Fuck the
Spider-Man
Amazing
is a better
Spider-Man
movie than
movies.
Spider-Man 3.
Do you guys want to see my rank? You want to hear my rankings? It's gonna piss everybody off. You ready?
Oh.
Yo,
You
what?
ready? Here we go. Here we
But
go.
But
It's gonna piss everybody off.
shit. I would say, but before you do that, I would say I'd rather watch Spider-Man 3 over the Amazing Spider-Man films.
Thank
I
you.
can understand that. I will say that.
Are you ready? Okay, you guys ready for my rankings? You guys ready for my rankings?
Sure.
Go ahead, knock them out. Knock them out.
My favorite one is Spider-Man 2.
Agreed.
Yeah, it always has been.
Second favorite one's Homecoming.
Agreed. I can understand that.
Third
Yeah.
one is The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Ugh.
Please explain.
Fourth is I'll get to do it. And then fourth is Spider-Man. Fifth is Amazing. Sixth is number 3.
Interesting ranking.
Here's my ranking.
Eh.
Do you want me to explain why
Sure.
I like Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Why?
It has problems. It has
Yes.
but I
A
can
lot of
watch it and enjoy.
problems.
It had a good storyline. Had one of the most emotional endings. Okay,
It should
that
have
was
been the
Spider-Man.
ending.
That was
Rhino
Spider-Man.
teasing the trailer at the end of the trailer. That's stupid.
Yeah,
that ending.
Listen,
was
Rhino was kind of dumb. I admit, I did not like Rhino. Rhino was my least favorite character.
I'll just
Mega-
divert to a
Megazord,
Spider-Man
yeah.
discussion where we were going with Infinity
listen,
War.
But listen,
Yeah, we'll
I
finish
love
after
that.
this.
I love the hell out of Spider-Man 2. I love it. It's one of my favorite Spider-Mans. It's one of my favorite incarnations of Spider-Man and Peter Parker because the meaning behind this movie is time and how they have so much time left. And I wanted to
They're
see
wasting
this.
my time.
Yeah,
Listen, just
exactly.
because there was a little bit extra villains, because that's also. I enjoyed this more. I watched this more. This is a more emotional movie. I actually had emotional attachments when Stacy died, and fun. And you want to know why You want to know why he was so emotional in that scene? Because
I'll tell you why.
Listen, let me explain. Back then, let me explain. Back then, they were dating. They were a couple in real life.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone were
Yeah.
a couple. He hasn't saw Emma Stone for 7 days. And the first day he sees her, what do they have to film? A death scene. Now, for anybody,
Okay, but here's the thing, though.
But in this one, I have the biggest problem with
I
Gwen
can
Stacy's
understand the
father.
reasoning to a point, but I would still put the first Spider-Man movie as my number 3, maybe as my number 2, maybe my number 3, because I'm willing to hear an argument as to why Homecoming is better than the first, than the original Spider-Man. I will say that's interchangeable on my list because I think as a starting point for Spider-Man,
I agree.
Establishing a characterization of Spider-Man, both of those movies do a stellar job, and the Amazing Spider-Man does a fairly okay, competent job at establishing who this Spider-Man is.
I think Force Awakens is better. I think Force Awakens is better than New Hope.
Listen, hear me out.
Let's not do that. It's going to shitstorm. I do not want to get to that shitstorm.
Yeah,
I will say about Homecoming, one thing I really think worked well with it is that they skip most of like the origin, and they just go right to Spider-Man being Spider-Man.
Well, they kind of had to.
Yeah, because culturally, we all know the origin story. At this point.
It's more about than fucking
Yeah, of course we all know.
I'm so happy they skipped it and just went right to Spider-Man.
Wait, who the fuck's talking? Like, honestly,
my friend Julian.
Okay.
My friend Julian.
If I can tell you about how my feelings are. Okay, first off, I will start with the rankings. Okay,
I don't see Julian. The fuck's Julian at?
Julian is in the room with me. He's part of my two Jews. I don't know if you've seen my little series, 2 Jews, 1 Mike. He's the other Jew.
Well,
that's kind of racist. That's more racist than my state.
It's self.
Okay, guys,
it's self-mocking bigotry.
Did we finish talking about Infinity War?
Yeah, I'm gonna do remake of Bad Boys, but the cops are white.
We're not talking Spider-Man, but we'll be all day doing it. I mean,
I haven't even got a chance to,
did you guys talk about Stormbreaker yet?
You know.
We didn't get to that yet.
We didn't get to Stormbreaker.
Or Peter Dinklage's cameo, thing. That was awesome to see, by the way.
That was awesome.
What you guys say?
Peter Dinklage has a giant.
Can y'all hear me?
The only good
that
thing
was
is
so hard.
all the other ones can suck it.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Let's talk about Star-Lord's a piece of shit in the dumbass supposed to hit Thanos.
Star-Lord's rage.
Kind of an ironic role for Dinklage.
As I said,
I can see why
Star-Lord's rage is fully understandable given his mindset. This is kind of a good solution.
Yeah, but Tony Stark should have fucking just paused past it. Like he should have paused.
Tony Stark
by ripping the fucking Infinity Gauntlet.
I would say Tony Stark is
oh yeah, me doing that. I did hear about that.
Listen, you're Tony Stark with this new high-tech suit. Can you just
I saw that trailer.
Can you just create like a whole new? Can you just create a whole new fist and just hit him and knock him out? There you go. Star-Lord's knocked out.
Dude, you're not understanding the situation. The situation was you had Spider-Man, who's one of the strongest characters in the Marvel Universe, and Iron Man working together to rip the Infinity. You had like so many people focusing on subduing Thanos that it was inevitable that when Star-Lord found out that Star-Lord was gonna fuck up.
Yeah.
Okay, two things.
Hold on.
No, two ways he could have gone. A, he could have shot him in the fucking head.
He couldn't.
He shot him in the head.
He shot him in the head.
Several times.
No, he hit him with a gun.
He shot him in the head.
He hit him with a gun.
He started blasting at him.
No, he's
Let's not argue this.
Hold on.
And then number two, he could have. Iron Man could have knocked him out and got the gauntlet off.
No, it was clearly shown. No, I'm going to disagree with you. It was clearly shown in the film that Iron Man had his hands tied. Hell, it's the main reason he has Peter to help him out. Peter was subduing one of Thanos' legs, and then Peter was like, and then Thanos was like, no, and then Tony was like to Peter, "Yo, help me out with this." So he couldn't take his hand off the glove for 1 second. The gauntlet for 1 second. The Thanos was just big slap.
Mantis over too. So.
Yeah, Mantis had him under control, so he would be. When Mantis is under control, he would be.
Mantis was struggling, subduing him. It's very clearly shown throughout that scene. Every Avenger is placed at a strategic point. Otherwise, they will fuck up. What time is your clock?
Not okay. Well, could have been. Who knows? Iron Man could have had a gadget. Non-Iron Man, he fucking could have had a cybernetic fucking Lego. Like, cause those are ways that this.
Dude, if you're gonna talk about what's more important, risking fucking everything up to try to subdue one of your own teammates and distract yourself to get Thanos the edge, or say fuck it and focus on getting the Infinity Gauntlet.
My Nick, I'm saying, like, it would take it would take 2 seconds for him just to knock him out without him.
How many times have you seen the movie?
4 times, actually.
One.
All right, I'll give you credit.
Once. But I remember.
I would say Tony Stark is the bigger much of an asshole than Quill. I would say Tony Stark is a bigger much of an asshole.
It's obvious that Quill, as I said, is a teenager trapped in a 40-year-old man's body.
I mean,
therefore, he is not emotionally stable. He has
I kind of get where he's coming from, because you think about it, like, you're right. He's been trying to give it for 2 movies, and he finally got the goal he wanted, and then this happened.
Yep. Gamora died. Oh, speaking of Gamora,
and personally, I don't think it's fair. To be honest, I don't think it's fair.
Red Skull, the Dr. Doom cape. It's like Dr. Doom and Red Skull mixed together. I don't care what anybody says. That's Dr. Doom's cape, and that's Red Skull and Dr. Doom's cape.
I'm quite fine with that, because remember
because of the rights.
The right should be at the 4. spark on the lights.
Yeah.
I think that Red Skull
is films. I hope so.
I think in MCU they're saying Red Skull is technically Doctor Doom. Maybe that's a conspiracy theory. That could be possible.
No,
In MCU,
there's no way. There's no way Red Skull.
Do you see the cloak? Did you see the cloak?
The cloak
what I want to see is Galactus. That's what I want to see after Thanos. I want to see Galactus.
The cloak doesn't mean anything. Doctor Doom is his own fucking thing, his own fucking.
Galactus can flip the planet like it's a piece of.
All the fucking Fantastic Four movies suck anyway. Who gives a shit? You know, can we
I just want to see Galactus.
Every Fantastic Four movie.
Fantastic Four. Just give me a Silver Surfer movie with Galactus. Yeah.
Hold on. Wait. Time out.
Constantine Films. Disney can buy them out, Sean.
Yeah,
Disney's going to be having trouble with that because it's got to go through some political jargon with the courts.
You expect me to see that fight and you would call it epic?
What fight?
I mean, I was completely lost because.
What are you talking about? Hold on.
Yeah, I'm lost.
I heard some like silver this, silver that. I don't know. I was completely lost.
And even flop of good. Oh yeah. And even the character that show with the characters don't know it.
I'm sorry, guys.
Let's change the topic. Stormbreaker.
Fucking best weapon in MCU history. That made best weapon ever. It's fucking more powerful than his fucking hammer.
More powerful than Mjolnir.
Yeah, fucking, it's badass. It's fucking the weapon I wanted. He fucking. Thor's my. I think right now in the MCU, Thor's my favorite Avenger. In the MCU, I'm gonna say it. Fuck it. He redeemed himself. He's my favorite Avenger.
Yeah.
More power, Rabbit.
Yeah, more power, Rabbit. Yeah, amazing.
I think it's more epic for me.
You guys wanna know a fun fact about Asgards? You guys wanna know a fun fact? When Asgards are aged, they become more powerful.
Yeah.
Asgardian.
But Thor's hammer, I really love how Groot makes Thor a new hammer.
That was awesome.
They finally gave him something to do in the movie because he was just playing a game the whole time. I'm like, I want to see.
The idea was that
of course, he was just playing a game, not paying attention, and doesn't want to listen to Rocket. He was like, "Fuck it."
Jake was awesome.
I think
what. Did you guys know what he actually said was that at the last? It's been Vin Diesel and the directors get a script that's for good, and it said on the script, and the directors announced that it said, "I'm good." The last time he said "I'm good" was saying "Dad." Rocket.
Yeah. That was depressing. Is he could die again?
That was pretty much sad.
The whole point of Infinity War is to really grab you. Like Infinity War is the Marvel movie that grabbed you, slapped the shit out of you, spit on you.
But not
I gotta say, it makes me emotional.
That threw you out of the damn theater.
Yeah. It's more a dog ending. Thanos actually wins. He won. The villain won.
That was the darkest ending ever. It was the darkest ending to ever end the movie, just like that. I mean, think about it.
And then he
smiled.
smiled.
In the theater were confused. They were like, "That's it." I'm like, "Yeah, but there's a fourth movie coming out next year, so it's not over."
It's not over because there's an after the credits. After the credits.
I love that scene.
They're gonna need to get a gauntlet back from him. They're gonna need to take it from the next because all he's gotta do is snap his.
Kick his ass and then reverse time. I know that's gonna happen, Sean.
They're gonna go back to the first Avengers movie. They're going back to the first Avengers. They're gonna time travel back to the first Avengers.
Gentlemen, actually, the one thing I do want to talk about,
trust me,
I'm talking about a little more because you think when Bear actually does that, so aim for the head, snap, and then see Logan once did you do it? Yes.
Every time I came in the theater when that happened, everybody was like shocked. They're like, "What the fuck?"
Yep.
Exactly. People in the theater just were invested. Nobody was asleep or
Infinity
texting.
War. When I didn't see Infinity War opening day because of fucking finals. My fucking homework that I had to do because I wanted to get out of fucking Monaco and fucking graduate. God damn it, I did it.
How many times can you say "fucking damn it" in one sentence?
as many times.
You said a lot of. I mean,
I'm the goddamn Batman.
I mean, you said a fuck like Logan.
Brian, you like fucking men? What's up with that, bro? We don't judge you.
Fucking man.
Wait,
I'm
what?
trying to be all masculine.
He just said he likes fucking men. We don't judge you, man. I mean, we don't judge you. Be happy.
I'm just trying to. I'm just like, no, I'm not fucking mad. I'm just like trying to be over the top and intense.
Yeah, I know. I'm fucking with Brian.
If you watch my vids, guys,
You've been off YouTube too long, Brian. I've been on YouTube all year, and I've been ranting and raving, and people see me. So
me and John, John, I'm up on a session Survivor review. Just how to get views.
Hey guys, you know something? I'm excited for the next movie, especially after the credits. I was gonna get to that. I was gonna get to that. Captain Marvel. I have a feeling that Captain Marvel is going to be Thanos. I have a feeling that would happen. Captain Marvel is going to be Thanos. No questions asked. No doubt about it.
And not
She's
because
going to kick his ass.
I don't really want to do
fan strong enough to beat him
because I think fan speculation risks ruining the outcome of the
stupid.
movie.
There's actually one thing to do. What's on Ant-Man watch? Did Ant-Man watch? I just realized something.
Yeah.
Oh shit! When parents did snap the damn cat, that'll be even more depressing.
This Ant-Man Wasp takes place before this, so it's not.
That was depressing.
When parents did the universal purge, I just realized something. Why did we be able to get anything with cats to disappear? Holy shit! That was dark and depressing.
I just walk out of the theaters emotional.
Yeah. Because better like Infinity Gauntlet snap and have years like that. I got a weep at that movie end where Emma watched and it was Cassie disappearing and not Hank and but Scotland and wanted to get the revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. So I get it.
That would have been great. I agree. That would have been great.
Yeah, but honestly though, my friend was like so upset that today, like he said, if Spider-Man dies, I'm walking out of the theater. During that scene, when he started seeing Spider-Man, she's like, I swear, if he dies, I'm walking out of the theater. He got up, and I was like, dude, sit down, dude. He's like, he actually got up and was about to walk out.
That is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Well, he's not a Marvel.
He's coming out next year.
Yeah, but
like Spider-Man.
Get that away.
Get away. That movie needs to die a horrible death.
Oh
yeah,
and so sexy. It's
no
2 discs. Oh my god, guys, 2 discs.
What?
Oh god, fucking sexy.
Yo.
Oh god.
Wait,
if Garfield had died in that, I would not have gotten. I would have been like, good. I don't care about you.
Which set is that? Wait,
I can top this. Ready? Watch this.
I will.
Oh my god, I got on this format too. Oh my god, I got on this format too.
Oh god, this shit.
Oh man.
Yeah, burn it. Burn the fire.
Don't worry.
Wait a minute. This is gonna show Hugh Hill has sense of humor.
What the fuck? Oh, that's.
I haven't seen that. Step Brothers.
You've never seen? Oh my god,
I heard it, but I haven't watched it.
I haven't seen that film.
We should back about on topic. So, okay. Actually, did we talk about everything we get? I think everything was missing. So
one thing we didn't talk about possibly was okay, how do you guys? What did you guys think about how Black Widow was handled? I thought Black Widow was.
Oh my god.
I was actually. I think this is the first time where Black Widow has legitimately gotten her ass thoroughly kicked. Not that Winter Soldier kind of did that.
Still as sexy as ever with that blonde hair.
Yeah, you know what's weird though? I kind of am pissed they pushed away the relationship. They kind of mentioned the relationship between Bruce Banner and her.
Yeah, they don't even bring that up.
Yeah,
that pisses me off because I actually bought that. I bought that relationship in Age of Ultron.
There was a nudge, a wink and a nudge.
If there's an extended cut, they'll probably bring it up.
They're not going to do an extended cut because otherwise Age of Ultron would have gotten one.
Yeah,
it's going to be like what I got was better than 3 DCU freaking extended cuts. So there you go.
We get 111, and that's it.
Yeah, do one good movie. Make your first movie count. Don't say, "Oh, we'll fix it in the extended cut." No, give me everything I want in the first 2 acts.
Okay, Sean.
Warner Brothers Snyder originally wanted to release that 3-hour cut of BVS, but Warner Brothers was like, no, chop it down to 2 hours.
No, dude, we can do another discussion for the DCEU. We're getting sidetracked. This is what happened.
Yeah,
quick
Deadpool 2,
question.
it's like, oh, there might not be a Deadpool 3. I'm like, again, the second movie hasn't come out yet.
Guys, quick question. This is off topic, but I need help. Sean and John, you guys are fans of this franchise. Should I watch Too Fast and Furious or should I watch Tokyo Drift?
I think
Too Fast and Furious.
Tokyo Drift, but whatever.
Tokyo Drift
You don't like Tokyo Drift?
but it doesn't have Paul
Tokyo
Walker.
Drift was
But hey, I refuse to watch 8. No Paul Walker, no deal. I don't care about 9, 10.
Dude, 8's so fucking bad. It's like a fucking spy movie.
If
It's like
your
a whole
lead
spy
dies,
movie.
it's over, Sean.
I mean, I actually enjoyed the Fate of the Furious.
What the fuck are
To
we
be
talking
honest,
about?
It
What's
hurts.
this?
That movie has a real death,
Bro,
and it hurts the film.
God damn it. Get my
You know what,
lightsaber
man?
out. Get my lightsaber
that I want
Me,
there, and
John,
it's
and
not
John,
Get my
listen,
lightsaber.
and
quick
Charlize
thing.
Theron.
Me, one day,
Bitch,
quick
take
thing.
your fucking headphones out for 1 motherfucking minute.
One
Get
thing.
my fucking lightsaber.
One day,
I
me,
hate Charlize
Sean, and
Theron.
John
I'm
need
sick
to
of
do
her.
a Fast and Furious discussion.
That's
One
not-
day.
But I'm never seeing 8.
Guys,
Yeah,
get ready for a
Matthew.
loud ass noise in a few
Hey,
minutes.
guys, hold on. Can I join too?
It's just unnecessary. It should have been made like before
Can
Paul
I-
died. Like in
Yo, hey,
I mean, I'm a
John.
big fan.
Loud ass noise.
Yo, one at a time.
One at a time.
I haven't even said much, so I had to ask you a
Okay.
question.
We're gonna get off topic and then we'll get right back. It's gonna be 5 seconds. I just have to ask.
Okay.
We'll get right back on topic in 5 seconds. Just 5
I'd like
seconds.
to ask.
It's just 5 seconds.
Can
Just
I?
ask. 1 second.
I'm a big fan of the Fast and the Furious movie.
I'm gonna ask him.
I do like the films.
I'm gonna
I
ask
think
him, 'cause
6
this is important.
it
Let me
ended
just-
6 fine. 7
just
was
ask.
good, but it made me sick. I'm
Let me
sorry.
just ask
When I
one thing.
saw that dedication, I was like,
Fucking fast.
Here you go. Shh, I'm asking him. Sean, would you be up for doing a podcast to talk about Fast and Furious, and anybody else can join? Would you be up for that?
yeah. Not today, but eventually.
I mean, in the future, like
I've
in the
seen
summer,
all of them
maybe.
except for 4. I have to see 4. In the summer, I have to see 4, and I'll get back to you. But I'm not seeing 8. I refuse to.
Don't see
It's
it.
just-
You know
to
what
me,
happens?
it's
Like, pretty
unnecessary.
much. I'm gonna spoil it. What happens in 8 is pretty
out
much.
the window.
Yeah.
Just the
Can I
first
spoil
7
8 for you
movies I
then?
want
Can I
to talk about.
spoil? Can I spoil 8? Can I spoil 8?
Yeah. I don't care about it. I don't care.
What-
Pretty much, John has a shot.
Guys, don't spoil the movies for me. I might want to see them.
Okay.
I don't want to see
Guys,
it.
I might want to see them. Don't fucking spoil them for me. Come on.
Alright, let's go back to Infinity War. Back to Infinity War.
Back to Infinity War. Anyways. Coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways.
Matthew?
Okay, Infinity War.
Yeah, let's get back to it.
So let's just give a range because we're
A 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
I love the film to pieces.
I would say 10 out of 10.
I would have said that, but the ending
We're in
kind
the
of threw me off.
Constitution
That's
for
about it.
that.
That's the
The
only
ending was
problem I had
emotional.
with just the ending. If Tony had died, I would have been upset, but he didn't because Strange pretty much saved him. He's like, spare him and I'll give you the stone. Awesome scene.
I was prepared for
I thought
Tony to
Iron
die.
Man would die.
I was
I know,
prepared for
10
Tony to
years,
die.
and I'm like, no, please don't do it.
I was almost prepared to see all 6, the original 6 die.
No, it wasn't going to happen because Hawkeye wasn't in the film. So,
Yeah, yeah.
Brian, if you watch
Yeah.
Fast,
Yeah, which
1, 2, 4, 5, 6,
Okay, let's
3,
make some
7,
sense.
yeah.
Okay, the reason why Renner was not in Fallout in the Avengers, he's not in this movie. So there's no
It's
reason why he's
fine.
in Fallout.
Fine. He been the
I don't
fourth
want him
movie.
to die.
Where the fuck is Hawkeye?
Yeah, wait,
That's a good fucking question.
He's on
Brennan
house
was
arrest.
doing other films,
He's on
so
house
that's
arrest.
kind of why.
He's on house arrest. You guys didn't see that? It said he's on house arrest.
Oh,
Yeah,
Watch the
yeah,
film.
house arrest.
Watch the
That's
film.
fine.
You've seen the film. I've seen it 4
I'm
times.
fine
Every
with
time.
it. We had a lot of people
What I'm
missing
trying
in
to
this
say,
movie.
though, what I'm trying to say is, they said Renner was not in Fallout because he's doing Avengers. He's not in Avengers, so why the fuck can he do Fallout then?
I'm getting
What?
No, I'm fine with it.
What the
There's
fuck are you
already
talking
enough
about?
people in
Fallout?
that
What
movie.
fucking movie are you talking
The-
about?
Mission
Impossible.
Impossible 6, which I'm looking forward to, by the way, Brian.
Yeah, Fallout. Mission Impossible Fallout. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
This
I'm
is
gonna get my real
Marvel.
Ray in that movie.
God,
Rebecca
Infinity
Ferguson,
War.
to me, is the real Ray.
God
Yeah,
damn,
but anyway,
man, I'm sorry.
yeah, but anyway, yeah,
Anyways.
we were getting to our ratings. Yeah,
Yeah, let's do it. Wait, all right. Actually, me, I give Infinity War at my doing 5 out of 5.
What would you give Infinity War?
I think one movie of all time in Marvel, and I did the movie at the. It's not
I
good.
want to do a drum roll.
You know what? Great, and I came out with the next movie.
All right, I would give Infinity War a 9.5 out of 10.
Exactly. Yeah.
My friend Julian would give it an 8 or 9 out of 10.
I would give it 9.99999.5 out of 10.
Told you that's supposed no bullshit.
Yeah, I don't do that. I just do 1 to 10, and that's about it.
Probably 9 out of 10.
I would say 10 out of 10, to be honest with you all. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, John, I send you on Messenger what happens in the movie, pretty much. I just sent you like a quick message what happened. And Fast Day. I'll let you know.
Oh wait, hold on. On Facebook or you didn't?
On Messenger, on Facebook. I just sent you a quick message about what mainly happened. So it's fucking stupid.
On Facebook because the end is not enough for me.
When you make a film that's after someone died and it doesn't and it feels pointless, I'm like, yeah, you're screwed up. And you try to make Toretto a bad guy. Yeah.
Yeah. They should have ended it after five. They should have ended it after 6. 6 should have ended it.
I was
6 should have ended it.
There's a human.
Are you guys starting at fucking Fast and Furious?
Okay. Anyway. Although I do want to get Fate of the Furious on Blu-ray someday. Anyway.
I would love to get Infinity War on Blu-ray, but I would say Black Panther.
I'm about to get the Black Panther Steelbook.
What's waiting?
Because I don't have Doctor Strange, I don't have Guardians 2, I don't have Homecoming,
Doctor Strange's expensive as fuck, actually.
Oh yeah, Doctor Strange.
I haven't even seen Doctor Strange yet.
Dude, just get it on Blu-ray. Just get it on Blu-ray. It's like almost $30. It's expensive.
Yeah, it's too expensive. Yeah, just the Disney rewards.
I would say I would watch it if I downloaded it, because just like I always do, I downloaded it. Oh, see ya.
I love Doctor Strange. It's one of my favorite MCU films.
But I'll see for myself, guys. I'll see for myself and how I feel about Doctor Strange. I'll see for myself.
Yeah, I'm faster than Josh did. Josh was like, this movie sucked. It was so boring.
Yeah.
Let's get Sean Brady. Yo,
Josh disappeared. I don't know what happened to him. He probably.
I don't want to hear from him when he sees
But it's part of my homework.
Yeah,
John, I don't hear from him when he sees Infinity War. It's like, John, you lied to me. Spider-Man died. Like, Coach, shut the fuck up.
No, he doesn't.
Anyway, gentlemen. John, you waiting?
Anyway.
Oh, fuck. Be careful.
I enjoyed this movie. Thought it was fun.
Yeah, it was.
I still prefer Guardians 2 over this, to me. I will give this a high rating.
Yeah, Guardians 2. Come on.
That is my rating, 8.5.
Oh, I sound like I lost you there.
You can use the fucking
Dom had a kid he didn't know about with Alina.
No spoilers, please. Sorry.
No, but it doesn't matter. The movie's over a year old, Brian. I think you can watch it on the
Yo, can you hear me?
I don't want to watch it. I don't care. If Paul's not there, it feels pointless. No,
Yo, did you see my message, Sean?
Replace him.
I wrote one with
John, you could say any movie made is pointless.
Gentlemen, should we end over here?
And I'm trying to read this. Hold on.
Hell, you could have said The Dark Knight Rises and pointless because Ledger died.
Wait,
no,
is it over?
That was years later.
Don't get it started on Dark Knight Rises.
Black Male against this team.
Gentlemen.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Exactly.
It makes
he becomes friends with him at the end.
Yeah. This is just like Indiana Jones 4, but done even worse.
Fast and Furious, we can talk about all day, but what's not? Let's say that.
Indiana 4.
So, Infinity War, I think one of the best MCU movies around.
Anyways,
second best Avengers movie.
I can say that. Yeah, the first one to me is still a masterpiece. I love every second of the first movie. Every second. It gave me a YouTube identity, Brian. That movie, the first film.
What movie?
I think I enjoy Age of Ultron more than I enjoy.
I would say Age of Ultron is a fun sequel for what it is.
Gone with that thing called the mallet. The lightsaber is the mallet of the nerd pack. That means it is called to order. Let us now establish this new law. Order in the online discussion of nerdiness. By God, we will have civil order, or I will commit ritual Japanese suicide. Because I'm a white boy
I'm white.
in the United States, so I will not do that anyway, because that's cultural appropriation.
But I'm New York
anyway, my friend, I would say, in my opinion, it's the second best Avengers film. It's not really that hard. I like Ultron, but I think Infinity War is a better film.
Yeah.
Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron. Who disagrees? Who dares disagree with me?
Age of Ultron is better than the first Avengers.
Whoa. You said Age of Ultron is better than the first film?
Blasphemy.
I have to disagree. I have to disagree. I mean, Age of Ultron is a first sequel.
It has a better team story. It actually feels like they're a team, like the Ghetto. It's a real Avengers movie. The other one was just building them up. I enjoy this more. It's more better villain, I think.
Okay. Personally, I say Age of Ultron. I mean, I don't hate it. I mean, I loved it, but it's not the best sequel. But I have fun with it.
No, this one is, but only because of the action and my anticipation.
Anyway,
and the crowd was better too.
Yeah,
it's fine.
I gotta
Thanks
go to
for
sleep.
coming, Brian.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. Good
I
talk.
took a nap, so.
May the Force be with you, live long and prosper, all that jazz.
Hey, John, if you want me, when everybody else leaves, if you want me to, or if a couple people leave, if you want me to explain, if you want me to explain what happens in Fast 8, I can explain it for you quickly, John. Have to.
It's just I don't care, man. I like at this point, I'm like, just end it. Just do 2 more and just end it. That's it. I don't want to reboot after that. It's over.
Anyway, gentlemen. So,
I mean, they should have ended at 7. Ended at 7. That's what they should have done.
Yeah, we'll be
ended at 7.
Next week we have Deadpool 2. So.
Yeah, next week Deadpool 2. Stay tuned for Deadpool 2. Jeremy, we'll be finding out on the channels.
Yeah. Well.
Outros.
Well, I'll go first, I guess. My name is John Avengers 1985 on YouTube. I have a Twitter, Star-Lord John 2017. I have a Facebook and a Google Hangout, which the Google account, and it was messed up tonight, but at least I fixed it. But yeah, you can find me there. I have an Amazon whatchamacallit, not watch list, whatchamacallit. Yeah, an Amazon account. So yeah. This was fun, guys. I'm glad it came out of nowhere, but again, I wanted to talk about this movie because again, I loved talking about it when I did a spoiler-free review. It's one of my favorites of the year. This and Black Panthers proved that Marvel just is going to keep knocking it out of the park. I expect nothing less from Deadpool 2.
Oh, yeah.
No freaking British villain this time. A lot. Cable. Once again, Josh Brolin's going to kick ass in the theater.
Amazing. I can't wait.
This is going to be his year. This is the year of Brolin. We got Infinity War, Deadpool 2,
Infinity War, and Deadpool 2.
Well. Day of the Soldado, which I think that's going to be awesome, too. There's no Emily Blunt.
I'm looking forward to it.
And also, I'm going to say this right now. Ant-Man and Wasp is going to be hilarious. I love the fact that we have a woman hero in this one. And if it has the tone of the first one, it'll also be in my top 5. I don't care about Aquaman. I know this is DC, but it's not going to top this. There's no way.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not like Aquaman. I think Aquaman gets top thing for it.
He's just he was passable in Justice League, but as his own film, I'm like, no. I'm just kind of gonna skip it.
I'm gonna give
I would say
screw Venom. I don't care about Venom.
War. Hold on, hear me out.
Year,
Besides
I
Civil
can't wait
War,
to see Captain Marvel because she is gonna deliver. I'm telling you guys, keep your baggage to the side.
Besides Civil War, I think nobody can top Infinity War.
Okay,
besides Civil War.
I just saw something. actually think about it. Ant-Man and the Wasp actually beats Captain Marvel as being the first female-led superhero movie.
Well, actually,
it's before Ant-Man and the Wasp.
You actually think about it, though.
The first woman superhero
her name's in the
movie
title, and she's one of the leads, and she's a female. So yes, technically, ergo, Ant-Man and the Wasp does beat Captain Marvel as the first female-led movie.
For Marvel, yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
But for Wonder Woman,
but she's gonna be. She can do everything that Wasp can do, but better.
If you want to get technical,
wait a second.
If you really want to get technical, for the first female-led comic movie was Supergirl back in 1984. If you really want to get technical.
Oh yeah, shit.
You know something? Didn't really do much of anything.
Hey
guys.
But it didn't really earn first female-led superhero movie.
Yep.
No, it was kind of overlooked. Yeah. That's why.
Hey guys, you know something? Speaking of Captain Marvel,
she's in a great show.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I interrupted you guys. But speaking of Captain Marvel, would it be badass if the Marvel Studios logo transformed? Wait, okay. After the logo is finished, Marvel stayed the same, and then Captain comes up and say Captain Marvel. How badass will it be?
Yeah.
That would be
I would just love it. When I saw that symbol in the post-credit scene, I lit up like a candle. People like, who the hell is that? Some people clapped, and some people like, who's Captain Marvel? I'm like, you'll find out in 2019. She will not be unknown anymore.
Looking forward to it.
Screw the SJW agendas. This has nothing to do with it. This is a female captain that kicks ass, and she has explanation.
Yep.
She's part alien. There you go.
Fuck off.
Right.
You know, actually, the reason that pissed me off, and I agree.
And by the way, Ronan is back in this movie, Sean, so he didn't die at the end of Guardians. This is before that.
John,
wait,
that's what I'm saying.
I had to go.
This is essentially a prequel. Yes, Ronan is allowed to surface.
But I have a quick question before I leave. I kind of want to ask John, because I thought it would be off live stream by now.
We will be maybe soon, right now.
No, I want to ask. I had to leave because I got to do some stuff. But I want to ask quickly, John. Ask quickly.
Okay.
What's everyone's favorite Fast and Furious movie? Mine's 5.
6 one is a classic.
I think 6 was really awesome. Except the way Gal Gadot died. That was really stupid.
Hear me out. The first one is always a classic.
I like the first one.
7 is badass, but 5th is the best one.
2 is decent. I don't like it. 3 is decent. I haven't seen 4. 5 is good, but the first time I saw 5, I was a little iffy.
The weakest of the series is.
Let us talk about who's still alive and who's dead.
Yeah. Once you watch him end, we'll go kind of do it next time.
About the off-screen people. Let's talk about who's alive and who's still alive and who's dead.
We'll say that next time.
Why?
The guy with Evans, and plus it's late.
Yeah, it's not late over here, but it's still. It was a long discussion.
Yeah,
and I had a lot of.
It was a long discussion. Like 3 hours.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you for joining Nerd Podcast and being the worst word for discussion. Stay tuned for next discussion on Deadpool 2. And if you join us, stay tuned for Deadpool 2. You can follow me on YouTube, the Test Program, my YouTube channel, my my Twitter. Also, Sean, where can we find you?
Me?
John?
Oh, wait a second. My camera's.
John?
All right, I'm back. I'm
I
sorry.
already said it. Sean.
That was me waving my hand. I was checking my camera. So sorry.
You guys can find me on YouTube, Beta2591. The links to my Facebook, Twitter, and Google accounts are all listed on there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
you also can find me, Jacquez Jones, on Facebook, Jacquez Jones on YouTube. I also got a second YouTube channel, Quez's Movie Reviews.
Nice.
You can subscribe me, both me. Yeah.
That's catchy.
It's catchy.
Yeah,
I like it.
I got YouTube channels.
Yep. And you can follow my YouTube
channel. So Jacquez Jones is my main channel. Quez's Movie Reviews is my second channel. So make sure you guys subscribe.
Yep.
Yeah, I will.
Thank you, join and said you want to kind of number 2 or entire greater. Long live Avengers and here for the future. See ya.
Long live good movies.
Long live good movies.